if you're going to marry someone, you want to improve your lot in life, right? Whether you're a woman or a man. It shouldn't be just about coming to a country. It should be about the man and the woman and what they can give to each other and how that works. Fauzi wants to know, how bad is the language barrier in Thailand? What would you say to that?
How bad is the language barrier in Thailand? I don't think there's really a language barrier anymore with the Google Translate and the things like that. I've gone on dates and I've had relationships where it was all through the translator.
Right.
And in some ways, it's easier to build a relationship with that because people are focused a little better.
So that's really, it's interesting what you just said, because there was a client that went to Nikolai with us years ago, and he had been divorced. And he met this woman at the social, and he went after the social. That was a daytime social. He does it Sunday around noon. So he spent like 10 hours with this woman after that social. He came back to the hotel almost shaking. And he's like, I've never communicated better with anyone than this woman who hardly speaks any English. But the reason that I was able to communicate with her so well is I really had to focus on what she was saying. I really had to listen. I'm so used to hearing but not listening. In my marriage, I heard all the time, but I never really listened.
Yeah.
And when I listened to this woman, what she was really saying, it was a whole new plane. So it is interesting when you get into that.
Yeah, it is. But the other thing is, most of them all speak some bit of English.
Yeah.
And here's the other one. In Thailand particularly, and I know we've got a Thai tour coming up, so they all speak some form of English,
right.
And most of them are pretty good. And here's the other one. They have a goal, a lot of Thai girls, from the time that they're very young. They want to learn English. They want to go to America. They want to date and marry a Farang, which is a foreigner.
Right.
And that's their goal. And it's a prestigious place with a lot of Thai women. And so what happens is you have an opportunity to meet in with some of those, but most of those people coming to these, they know what it's about. They're coming to meet foreigners.
Right.
They know it's English. Most of them are studying English, have been studying in high school, college, taking classes. It's become an important thing for them. Maya still studies English every day on her phone and everything else. She studies watching TV. She always puts up the subtitles, and then she'll freeze it and say the same subtitle over 12 times. Okay, can we start the movie?
When Tanya got over here, her English was actually really good, but there was still some slang and stuff, so I could say something that I probably shouldn't have said, and I could blame it on the English. Like, oh no, honey, you misunderstood.
Oh, you misunderstood.
Yeah, and that worked for about a year or two. Now forget about it. I can't do anything. So sometimes that English barrier can be a good thing.
I don't think there's a language barrier in Thailand, really. I mean, that doesn't mean that you won't meet somebody that you have some communication issues at one time or another. But really, with a translator, you can get around any communicator. I got to be honest. If I have to go with a translator on a date, I need to find another date.
Yeah,
because I don't want my communication to go through somebody with the person I'm viewing. I'd rather just sit on and push buttons on a telephone.
I understand. I talked to Tanya, and some people say, well, you just married him because you want to come here to America, or you wanted a better life. And Tanya's like, yeah, I wanted a better life. It's absolutely true, But what woman doesn't, right? But it's not just
person
about,
doesn't, right?
Right, what person, you always want, if you're gonna marry someone, you want to improve your lot in life, right? Whether you're a woman or a man. But it's not just, it shouldn't be just about coming to a country. It should be about the man and the woman and what they can give to each other and how that works. And America is the greatest country out there. I totally agree. But we shouldn't use that as currency when we're talking to the women subject.
Yeah, I think you don't want to make them feel like I don't want them to ever come across that I'm better than them.
Right.
Are you ready to get started? Sign up and connect with these real women. mymailorderbride.com.